Well, give me just a moment while we flip over to Instagram and we go live on Instagram. Well, there we are. We are out in the greenhouse, and Jessica right now is rearranging the worm pea so that she has everything the way that she wants it. And this is the area that Jessica knocked herself out in.
Right here.
She took this hammer to the noggin.
On top of that.
I didn't hit her with it, and I still have yet to play Maxwell Silver Hammer for her.
And I put these flowers in here for Mama. And my verbena, the verbena is blooming. And
I don't know what anything is.
The mandala. So. And look, I've never had a chicken and hen bloom. My chicken or hen, whatever, it's blooming.
We have an avocado tree in the corner. Yeah. It's looking pretty good, actually.
And it's cold in here.
Yeah, it's a little too cold. We got to cover the one thing. And as we are talking about all of that stuff, as you notice, this is a greenhouse, and we're supposed to be growing stuff that we can eat, but that's not happened yet. Although outside,
there's rhubarb right here. I'm growing rhubarb.
You want to get your water bucket? Don't want to tip over the water bucket. So outside, though, we have actually.
This is a cold frame. I built it myself.
She did. She built it all herself.
And we planted our greens last weekend. And we are going to have greens, it looks like, this winter.
So
about 6 weeks to grow.
We will have our lettuces. And then looks like our strawberries are pretty healthy and they should come back.
Oh, yeah, we got a berry to pick, actually. Even though they told us not to let them grow. We got 2 berries. We got a berry there. Ooh, this went crazy. And then we have a berry here. We got to do some weeding. Look, this berry is ready. So we got 3 berries.
So we do have strawberries outside. I think we've picked all of our peppers that we can pick. And so now we will go in here and I will do the case presentation. So we love helping people. And what we are going to discuss is we had a patient come to us who was having a hard time, one of several, but having a hard time conceiving. And so we went through and we didn't even do the whole workup with her. We actually just did the hormonal testing. Oh,
last
there you
harvest.
go. The last harvest of the berries. So we just did the hormonal testing. The hormonal testing showed that we had cortisol issues and that.
Well, not only that, she was like a menopausal female.
Yeah, all of her hormones were really low.
No estrogens, very low testosterone, and high cortisol.
And so when we look at a medical symptoms questionnaire, when she started, she didn't even start very high at 43. And so physically, she felt pretty decent. She worked out. That was her time. She hit the gym pretty hard. We actually had her back off of her working out because that would cause cortisol spikes. But she was having just issues with cortisol and the hormones. So we went through the diet. Her diet wasn't that bad. We did have to get her getting more fiber in. You have to remember, all the short chain fatty acid bugs in your gut that produce your hormones and neurotransmitters and stuff, they feed off of fiber. So we did some rearranging there and we started her on her hormones. And as we started her on the hormones, at month 2, she went from a 43 to a 13. So as you can see, and these are all self-reported. So when you come in every month, oh, there's the Dutch. I'll show the Dutch. So every month when somebody comes in, we go through the medical symptoms questionnaire because we want to see what parts are doing better. And as you can tell on there, there's head, eyes, ears, nose, etc. It's looking at your body systems and seeing what is not working properly. So when we looked at her and we just did the GI map, you've seen us talk about the cortisol curve. Her cortisol curve doesn't do well. It doesn't follow the normal rhythm and flow that it is supposed to. So we started there with that. Not only did we start with that, DHEAS was very low. And so we started just working with her hormones, working with her diet, getting her on the elimination diet. And I covered it, so I won't do any more. Got to make sure we keep everything HIPAA compliant. And we went through this and we really started to support her and her body. That's the whole thing behind what we do in functional medicine. It's not about stopping. Although when we do work with a lot of doctors. And if somebody needs pharmaceuticals, we send them back to their doctor with our thoughts. And typically so far, everything that we've pointed out, they've done. Or they've worked with us.
You know, our snake friends might be under a fan.
This is what I should say. Okay.
Squirrel moment.
We're looking for snakes. The next thing that we started to do is we started to look at the blood work. And we do a very detailed blood work looking at thyroid because that deals a lot with the hormones. We look at glucose, we look at insulin, and we just really start to make the hormones in the person's body work. So no sooner than we actually got started in June, then she comes back in and we missed a month. They went on vacation and she felt great. And then she came back in and she had conceived. And so without, drugs, not Klonopin, what's the other drug? Clomid, and all of the drugs that they give to actually control insulin. Most of the time, those things are insulin sensitization drugs. We can get in there and we can start to actually help the body do what it's naturally and normally supposed to do. And so then, yes, she came back and she absolutely felt like $1 million. She was beaming. She told us that she had conceived.
She didn't need us anymore.
And we have done our job. And so we closed that case and we let her go about her merry way. And that's the other thing that we like to do. It's great to actually release people. And as we do those things and people feel better and get better and ultimately can take care of themselves. So, we've come to depend on doctors for everything, for every aspect. Control my immune system, we forget that stuff's supposed to regulate itself. And we want a pill to control stuff. And I get it. Sometimes it's just easier. But ultimately, we really, really need to have that control for ourselves. We need to be self-reliant, especially when it comes to health. And I think we're going to start to do more of these case reports because we have so many of them. Right now, knock wood, we're batting 1,000 on babies, so we can't complain there. And I mean, so far, honestly, we've been really blessed with the people that come into us because they are working at it and they are watching what they're doing, what they eat. They're trying to do everything right. What else can you add to that? It just takes some tweaking. It takes a little time and tweaking. And if you're somebody who's having a hard time conceiving and you come to somebody like us, you have to give it 3 to 4 months to let your body clean house. That is very, very important to realize. You have to pump the brakes and you have to give your body the chance to clean house.
Well, the only thing that they do really, really good at the supplements and the diet is my snake friends over there. Nope.
We're getting a greenhouse wired, and we got the guy that's wiring it deathly afraid of snakes.
For my mama, he is. But we had 2 move in, so I didn't want them to get hurt. Anyway, they're good at supplements and they're good at diet, but they tend to not be good at de-stressing their life.
Yeah.
Whether it be their lifestyle or their work environment, or I mean, whatever. Put a blank there and fill it in for yourself. So, we try to get people to figure out what they genuinely like and want to do, and figure out a way to get them that.
Honestly, I think, knock wood, once again, I don't want to sound boastful, and I don't want to take credit for something that they are doing. They are doing the work. But we do a pretty decent job of guiding people to where they need to be.
We're an excellent support system.
So if you need help and you don't know where to go, today I was answering tons of stuff on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, Integrated Health of Indiana, Dr. Trevor Miller on Facebook. But I was showing my morning routine, and people are realizing they're starting to see that they're not getting enough fiber, and they want to know what we do, because honestly, we're all on a healing journey. We're all trying to figure ourselves out to some extent, and some of us are just a little farther than others, and we're able to put a hand out and help people get to that next step.
Well, we're probably going to start bringing it along into the greenhouse because it's nice out here, and this is our happy place of mind. We built it over the summer. This was our spring, summer, fall, probably going into winter project, and I can totally see expanding her. Yeah. Or double her, making another. Anyway, we got our lettuce growing, and we're going to grow some root vegetables out here. We'll let you see how they're working.
We'll bring you along for the journey, because this is what we do. I mean, we don't go out. We don't party. It's not that we don't have fun with friends and stuff, but the party scene, the alcohol scene, all of that, I used to do that. Does screw up your hormones.
Yeah, it's so fun.
But you lose so much time. And now at 54, I look at getting a hangover as I really don't want to lose 12 to 24 hours. So
we got a kitty cat knocking.
Yep, our cat wants to come in.
Come on, Itzy.
She says she'll clean out the snakes.
Wait.
Well, with that being said, thank you all. Thanks for walking through I know we didn't give you protocols on how to fix your hormones.
But come see us.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
There is no blanket statement. There is no, here's your ibuprofen or here's your whatever. Everybody's different, and we have to figure it out. So
next week we're going to be planting some seeds.
We'll see you then. Have a great evening.